Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. As we know, in the world of bodybuilding, there are different classes. A competition jury takes into account different characteristics of a wellness athlete than, for example, a bodybuilder in the physique class. In today's episode, we take a closer look at 3 of the bigger female bodybuilders. The athletes have been seen on competition stages around the world in the past. However, this does not mean that these enchanting women are not still active in sports today. Like the adorable Canary. Candy may be the most muscular female pastor the world has seen to date. The woman with the beautiful tan is not only extremely well built, but also an eye-catcher. Candy comes from Oklahoma, in the Midwest of the United States. Cross country and track were the sports she pursued during her school years. After finishing school, she joined the Air Force. After her time in the Air Force, the charismatic beauty pursued her passion and became a pastor. She took part in her first competition in 2004. She took last place there. However, this result spurred her to improve, and she learned a lot about competitive bodybuilding. You could see that Candy was motivated to improve herself 2 years later. She looked stunning. However, it wasn't enough for a win. 2007 was the last time Candy would be seen on stage for a very long time. She traveled a lot on missions in other countries. Surprisingly, the lovely American was recently back on the competition stage at the NPCs. Who would have thought that after 16 years she would still look so great on stage? A great performance. Impressive when you consider that she is almost 50 years young and a mother. Candy may not be the most successful female bodybuilder, but for many she is one of the most inspiring. Next, we look at the charming Sarah. Sarah is also American. She grew up in Minnesota but now lives in Texas. Among other things, she coached teams at the University of Minnesota. Sarah is currently working as a trainer. Among other things, she imparts her knowledge in the areas of competition posing and preparing for stage performances. Anyone who looks at Sarah in her prime will see that she has a lot of knowledge and experience in these areas. In 2007, you could see the enchanting Sarah on stage for the first time. At that time, she competed in the figure class. It turned out that she was too muscular for this class. She then quickly switched to the bodybuilding class. This was the right decision. She was able to convince on stage and was successful. She took first place on her debut in this class. Sarah was undecided about the class and originally wanted to go back to the figure class. After 2 years of intensive training, she took part in 4 competitions in the heavyweight class in 2009. This with a spectacular outcome. She took first place 3 times. She enjoys the challenges that bodybuilding offers her. And you can see that she enjoys training. I mean, look at her. She looks amazing. You could see her on competition stages again and again until 2012. After 7 years, Sarah came back and competed in the physique class. That was in 2019. The beautiful woman, born in 1977, took 4th place. It was a great surprise to see her on stage again after all these years. The woman with those impressively defined arms is Jeannie. You can see that she has dedicated a lot of time to training her biceps. The American comes from the Windy City, Chicago. She currently lives in Las Vegas. She started bodybuilding in the 90s. From 94 to 95, she took part in 3 competitions, 2 of which she took 1st place. What a great start! After a 5-year break from bodybuilding, she returned in 2000. During her school years, she was active in gymnastics. In interviews, Jeannie said that the sport of bodybuilding saved her life. Over the years, she has appeared on the competition stages again and again, with breaks in between. Her last stage appearance was in 2013. The sports enthusiast, born in 1968, is still very active on social media. Her figure is still impressive today. She works as a personal trainer in Las Vegas.